What is going on, everybody? My name is Kneeckoh. Welcome back to another Regulation G video. Today, I'm going to work for some wins because I'm using Reshiram. This Pokemon is okay. It's not the worst Pokemon on the planet. It's just like, as far as restricted Pokemons go, you know? Like, because, like, it's got good stats, but it's just so kind of weird with the Blue Flare being 85% or 80%. I don't remember what it is. 85, Heat Wave, 85%. Well, 90%, but it's just like this Pokemon is just kind of awkward. It's awkward. Now this one a little bulkier. It's got some decent health investment here. I'm keen to see what I can do, especially being the fact that we have the Ogerpon Cornerstone to redirect attacks. I really like that this is also a Sun team. We're using the Whimsicott to set the Sun to be able to then go for big damage with Raging Bolt, Flutter Mane. We have Great Tusk on this team, which I'm a huge fan of. There's a lot of fun components to this team. This comes from the Darth Bear over in the Discord. And yeah, there's a lot of fun components here. And personally, I'm a Great Tusk fan. I love Great Tusk. So being that that is on this team, I'm really excited to try it out and see what we could do with it. But let me know in the comments below. Are you a fan of Reshiram? What would you change about Reshiram to make it more viable? Let me know that in the comments below. But let's get into some battles with this team. Terapagos, okay. I'm not mad at that. Like, we can make that work. A lot of their team doesn't like the fact that I am a fire type. Like, a lot of their team really doesn't vibe with that, which makes me feel pretty okay doing this as my lead. In the back, I'm thinking Great Tusk actually eats. We got some good options with the Great Tusk. And then I'm kind of torn. I'm thinking Ogerpon might just be best. Ogerpon could definitely be good here. Yeah, we're gonna bring the Ogerpon. And I think the Ogerpon's good because in the endgame, if they are like a Calm Mind Terapagos, I'm able to just go for a bunch of IV Cudgels and kind of just get through that, versus bringing something like Raging Bolt. I'd be kind of stuck dealing with that scenario, especially being that this is a more support Raging Bolt with the AV and the Electro Web and Snarl. It'd just be kind of interesting to, in the endgame, to try and break with that. So yeah, I'm kind of keen to just do this. They go for the Intimidate. I'm down to go for just a Heat Wave this turn and set Sunny Day. This'll break. Oh my lord. Why did that do so much damage to that Terapagos? I'm super confused why that did so much damage to Terapagos. Is Reshiram that cracked? There's no way, right? Holy crap. I feel free to bring in Ogerpon. I mean, I'm just gonna click Heat Wave again. And that did a ton to their Incineroar. Like, what is going on? That's crazy damage. I really can't understand what's happening here. They're gonna go for... Oh, they're gonna Terastallize. Okay, that makes sense. They are gonna Terastallize. That's gonna get rid of my Sun. That makes sense. Right? That gets rid of the... Yeah, that gets rid of the Sun. They just go for Protect. That's fine. Because down goes Incineroar. And we're faster than their Terapagos. We know that. Reshiram's faster, and our Ogerpon's actually faster. So, really good information to have. Fluttermane's gonna come in. Okay, they got the booster energy. I'm feeling okay to just go for the Heat Wave, though. Because what do we... Oh, they got rid of our Sun. I would doubt our Tusk is faster. Yeah. It's going to be a toss-up, to be honest. I think I have to double Terapagos here. Oh, perfect. Yeah, because they used Protect last turn, I think it's safest to double the Terapagos slot. I'm surprised they didn't go for like an Icy Wind or something. That's actually very bulky, but not specially bulky. So that's good for us. We actually hit that, which is even better for us. I was a little scared we weren't going to hit that. We still have our Tera intact too, which is really, really nice. They are booster energy, so we don't have to worry about any sort of shenanigans in that regard. I feel no problem just double protecting this turn, getting some recovery. Yeah, I feel no issue just doing this. Just getting some recovery, being able to restore a little HP back from my Life Orb chip. And I'm kind of almost willing to commit Tera next turn. I have to take a look at what my Great Tusk has as far as Tera is concerned. I kind of have to take a look at that, because Great Tusk is kind of in a rough spot with the Pokemon that are still left. They go for the Moonblast into my pawn. Okay, that's cool. I'm okay with that. They already terrestrialized. We are a ground Tera type, so we need to get rid of... We need to get rid of this Rillaboom more than anything. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to double the Rillaboom. They're going to Grassy Glide me. And they're going to Moonblast into that slot, which I'm totally okay with. That actually didn't do a whole lot of damage either. We go for the Rillaboom. That's a crit. That's beautiful. Oh, don't miss Rilla. Okay, we missed Fluttermane. That's fine. I really don't care about missing Fluttermane. I need to get rid of the Rillaboom because of the Tera that we have on our Great Tusk. I want to save the Tera for Great Tusk specifically. I don't think that they have a prayer at this point. We're going to go for Heat Wave here. And Horn Leech. I don't think they have a prayer at this point. But I'd rather save the Tera. Like, we survived on 1 HP there. I would rather save the Tera just in case for that very reason. Like, if we would have got KO'd there, it could have been a totally different battle. But Ogerpon cleans it up. That's a GG. I'm actually very shocked at the amount of damage that we did with Reshiram that game. It was a very scary Pokemon. I like that. So I realized what happened in the last battle. Andy, you can throw in a clip or something if you want to. I forgot Turboblaze ignores the ability of the opposing Pokemon, making Reshiram really solid into Terapagos. I just realized that getting into the second battle. So that was actually crazy. So really, really cool that we got to see that particular interaction. Looking at this team, though. Looking at this team, though, I'm not opposed to doing I genuinely don't know. I'm thinking maybe these two. We have D-Gleam. I'm not opposed to that. Do something like this, maybe. Bring this in the back. And Tusk is actually pretty good. Okay, they had the same idea I had. I'm down to Tailwind. Tailwind, we're gonna Tera, because I don't want to... I guess we're Focus Sash. I didn't need to Tera. So be it. We're Focus Sash. I really didn't need to Tera. For whatever reason, I had it in my head. Probably because I saw their Flutter Mane booster energy go off. I had it in my head with your booster energy. But yeah, it's fine. It's not the biggest deal. And they actually didn't Tera, so we could have gone for a Shadow Ball this turn. And they go for Icy Wind, whatever. That's pretty good damage. I'm not mad at that. I'm down to double here, truth be told. Okay, they Encore me. I'm not mad at that. They go for a Moonblast this turn. Not going to do enough. Okay. So we got their Whimsicott out of the way. I'm feeling okay to swap in Reshiram here and just let my what's it called go down. If we let Flutter Mane go down here, it's not the biggest deal. They go for the Moonblast, that's fine. Let this go down, and we get Whimsicott back in, which will allow us to kind of have some... Okay, they go for Heat Wave. I'm very okay with that. Get Whimsicott back in. How many more turns of Tailwind do we have? Only one. See, this is the one problem I'm having. The biggest issue I'm having right now with what we've got going on is... we've only got one more turn of Tailwind and we have no Protect. I would almost have rather dropped the Encore, I'm thinking, to have Protect in an instance like this. I'm going to set the Sun... I can't Tera anymore, which is not good. I'm going to set the Sun and go for a Heat Wave. I really wish I could Tera here. Yikes, yeah, that's why. They go for a Heat Wave. Heat Wave's gonna connect. That's really good damage on Chi-Yu. It's really good damage on Chi-Yu. Okay. Tailwind's gone. Their Tailwind's gone. It's probably Zacian coming in. Now, I will say, this is something I noticed earlier with this team. This is something I noticed earlier with this team that I really wish was different. I wish that it was not choice banded and it was choice scarfed. That way you could still outspeed some stuff and get off like big damage while also being able to like you could put out big damage while still outspeeding stuff. Like in this instance, if we were choice scarf and had the speed over the choice ban, I wouldn't be as concerned. I'd feel like we have a good way to deal with this particular battle. But because of the scenario we find ourselves in, I'm now like kind of forced to guesstimate more or less. So I mean, like I have to protect this turn, right? I have to protect this turn. They're going to go ahead and do that with their Zacian. And I mean, the play for them at this point, because of what I have going on my side of the field, the play for them is always go for Play Rough and Heat Wave. Because Heat Wave KOs my Reshiram. And, Heat Wave KOs my Reshiram, and with the double up, it will KO my Tusk. But if I have the speed boost and I could remove that variable, I would then be able to go for... Yep, see? Exactly. I would be able to go for a, that turn, I'd be able to outspeed Chi-Yu and go for a big damage hit onto the Chi-Yu, removing that from play, while also being able to double up with my, Reshiram into the Zacian slot. Being able to do that potentially could have changed the outcome of this battle. Like, if I could have hit a blue flare, that could have KO'd Zacian even after it Tera'd. With the sun damage, with the life orb. That could have taken Zacian. I'm not confident of that. I don't know the calc off the top of my head. But if I had the speed boost, I think things would be a little different. So that's the one thing with this Tusk that I'm a little off about. But that's a GG. I mean, they played that very, very well. Not saving the Tera, I think, was a detriment to me. I think that was definitely a misplay on my part. So yeah, that was definitely a little awkward. Also, not having Protect on the Whimsicott was a little off-putting because I had to just click that instead of having additional speed control on a subsequent turn. It made things awkward. All right. I mean, I feel pretty comfy doing this. I feel fairly comfy doing that as my lead. I gotta think here. I like our Flutter Mane. Flutter Mane doesn't seem too shabby. And then I gotta play the game of like, do I want Tusk or do I want Raging Bolt? Or I could even bring Ogre Pawn and just redirect everything. I think that's actually not a bad play, simply because of the fact that they have a Moongus. Being able to redirect Spores would be pretty nice. So I am gonna bring the Ogre Pawn. Okay. They don't have an Urshifu, which I'm feeling fairly confident about that fact. Because of the fact that I can just click Tera this turn and not have to worry about really anything else. I really, really like that. So I'm going to click Tera and just go for damage this turn. Looks like they're going to Tera as well, probably on their Zamazenta. Dragon, I'm okay with that. Ideally, we could catch a burn. That'd be pretty sick. I would be really happy if we could catch a burn. Alright, we get the Tailwind up. There's the Icy Wind. No shock there. Speed drops. They go for the body press. They now outspeed me. Oh, my lord. Heat Wave goes in. Catch a burn. Nope. Okay. Alright, I'm kind of keen to swap in my Fluttermane now. Moonblast into their Fluttermane to try and take the KO. Yep. And if they body press into my Fluttermane, then we're in good shape. Nice. That's really what we were looking for there. That's fine. I want to take a look. What's my Fluttermane boosted to? Is it speed? Yeah, unfortunately we're booster speed. That's a bit sad. I'm gonna Encore them into Body Press and just protect this turn. Cool. We get to Encore them again next turn. That's lovely. We'll Encore them again. We'll go for the D-Gleam this turn. Oh, they stayed in. I'm a little shocked by that development. That's kind of crazy. It's good damage. There's the Wood Hammer. That did a lot. Let's see what kind of recoil we get here. Not as much as I was looking for. Tailwind's gone. What I want to do now, I'm going to Encore them and protect. I want them locked into Wood Hammer. Alright, they send in. That's fine. Okay, that KOs. That was a good play on their part. I should have gone for Tailwind. But I had a feeling they were going to go Grassy Glide, which, unfortunately they did not. Kind of puts us on the back foot here. I think swapping the Reshiram here is the play. I think I have to sack it and try and preserve my Fluttermane to the best of my ability. I think that's going to be the best case scenario, because if they go for like a Sucker Punch into that slot, I save it. They do go for the sucker to that slot. They're locked into Woodhammer, so they're going to go for Woodhammer. Oh, they do. Lovely. Okay. We have the sturdy. It's good damage. I really like that. Okay. We're not completely out of it yet. How many more turns of grass are there? This is the last turn. I like that. So honestly, what I want to do is go for a spiky and protect. Okay. We're not out of it yet. See what we can do here. Woodhammer. Okay. Grass is gone. Alright, we click follow me now, and we click heat wave. We need to hit both of these Pokemon. Okay, they pull the Whirlpool. A burn would be huge here. They throat chop. Okay. I need a burn. At this point, I need a burn. Come on, baby. Burn it. Burn it. Okay. Ah, if only we had Icy Wind. It'd be actually crazy if we had Icy Wind right now. I have to go for it. I have to play the aggressive side. Yeah. Because either way, they Grassy Glide me, right? They go for the body press. This probably KOs. Yeah. Yeah, either way, they went for the aggressive side. The last second swap was really, really good for them. Yeah, the swap back into... Swap back into Zamazenta was really good for them. If I would have read that, that would have been crazy. But that was GG to my opponent. That was a really good game. That was very close. Okay, they have Rayquaza. Definitely makes things interesting. I mean, this team really doesn't like a lot of what they're working with. I guess I could bring these two as a lead. Bring Reshiram in the back. And I don't hate Fluttermane, because Fluttermane can't be hit by extreme speed from the Rayquaza. The biggest problem I'm having with this particular Fluttermane is the lack of Icy Wind. The lack of Icy Wind kind of feels a little bad, simply because you can't slow down stuff under like the Tailwind matchup. Like, if you're both running Tailwind, you can't slow anything down, which is kind of causing me a couple issues here. But the Tusk is definitely a scary bring, simply because of the fact that, like, I kind of have to Tera it if they bring out anything that has super effective damage. And even then, at the Tera's ground, so it kind of puts me in an awkward spot. Let's see. Whimsicott and Urshifu. Like I said, let's set the sun. I don't need Tera to KO this, so let's just set Sun. They Tailwind. Okay. Okay, Urshifu's gone. It's cool for us. Not mad about that. Now the question is, do they Encore me? Because if they have, I mean, they bring Rayquaza in and I lose my boost, whatever, so be it. That's not the big issue. So there's Rayquaza. The Sun gets canceled out. Which almost, that makes me think I should have just gone for the, what's it called? The Tailwind turn one. I'm gonna get in Reshiram this turn. And I think I have to Tera Dark is the awkward thing. So I don't get Encored. I think I have to Tera Dark to avoid the Encore from their Whimsicott. That's gonna allow me to get my Tailwind up. And I think the big objective needs to be removing their Whimsicott from play. There's the Encore. We saw that coming. Oh, they have Energy Ball on their... hello? Alright, so like I said, I think the big objective needs to be removing their Whimsicott from play. So I'm going to go for the Heat Wave and double their Whimsicott in case it's sashed. They're gonna Tera. I'm fine with that. Honestly, they Tera Rayquaza, I'm really okay with that. Yeah, they're Tera Normal. Totally fine with that, because that means I actually do damage with my Heat Wave if I hit it. So that works out way better for us, actually. Oh, they set Light Screen. Interesting. We go for the Moonblast. We break a Sash. They go for Draco Meteor. Okay. Let's get Flutter in. I'm gonna lock them into Draco. What could swap in is the question. Okay. I'm gonna lock them into the Draco Meteor. And I'm going to Shadow Ball the Whimsicott. Fair enough. Oh. Yeah. Yep. This might just be GG. I don't want to lock into Ice Spinner is the problem. But I think I have to. They set Tailwind. Gleam connects. Like, I wish so much we had Icy Wind in this instance. I wish very heavily we had Icy Wind in this instance. Okay, Fluttermane takes decent chip from that, but nothing crazy. We have to go for the Ice Spinner here. Lando faints. Sunlight fades. Not that it matters. Because they were just going to bring Rayquaza back out, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I really don't want to be locked into Ice Spinner, but I kind of had to. We go for the D-Gleam. Go for the D-Gleam, go for the Ice Spinner, and hope. We hope for like a crit or something. The Energy Ball into Fluttermane, and we hang on. Beautiful. That means I got to waste another turn trying to get rid of it. That's not enough. I'm going to protect. If they throw another Energy Ball at it, so be it. I mean, I got to make a play here to try and win this. Yep. Without Moonblast, I don't think we won that regardless. And even if we had Tera, it doesn't matter because Great Tusk is Tera ground here. Yeah, it's just a bit unfortunate here. GG. Man. GG. There's the team once more for you guys. Honestly, very, very cool team. I like the team a lot. It just needs some tweaks, in my opinion. The big thing being, I don't know that Taunt's necessary on the Fluttermane. I think I'd rather have Icy Wind, because if they match your Tailwind, then you're not getting any form of speed control. Like in that last battle against the Landorus in the Whimsicott, had I been able to just go for an Icy Wind that turn, I would have been in a much better position to do a ton of damage and not be forced to lock into my Ice Spinner there. I could have locked into like close combat. That would have been that much more effective against that Rayquaza in the end game. That would have been incredibly solid to be able to not be forced into that position if I had the Icy Wind. So I think Icy Wind is a nice change there. Great Tusk, I said this during one of the battles, Great Tusk is incredibly slow. And if they match your Tailwind without that Icy Wind support, it's kind of stuck, like not doing anything. So I think that going with a Choice Scarf option is just better because you're still going to be boosting your attack. So you're still getting that plus attack while the sun's up, but you're able to outspeed stuff in those like kind of necessary scenarios for a Pokemon that's really, really slow in a format that's really, really fast. So I think that Choice Scarf would just be a little bit better for Great Tusk than the Choice Band because, like I said, you're already getting the attack buff from the sun being up with your photosynthesis. So I think that would be a touch better. The Reshiram I think is great. I think that's a great addition. I like the Ogre Pawn a lot. The only change I'd make to Raging Bolt is maybe go for like a Tera Fairy or a more defensive Tera typing, simply because of the fact that you're playing a more defensive supporty with the Electroweb Snarl stuff. Having that defensive Tera typing versus the offensive Tera typing could be beneficial. I didn't actually get a chance to use it in battle, so I could be totally off base here. If you've run some games and that just seemed to be the better play for your Raging Bolt, have at it. But that was just something I thought about just looking at it, like, excuse me, I just swallowed wrong. But I was like, that could be a little awkward just because of it being that Assault Vest, more defensive style Raging Bolt. Ultimately, I think the other thing is Whimsicott here. Protect would be super nice. Protect would be really nice. Just to be able to have the option, if you're on the last turn of Tailwind, to be able to remove their speed control and then be able to go for a Tailwind on the subsequent turn to keep yourself in the game. I think that would be really interesting. Just as an option, although I understand why you did not include Protect on this one, because it kind of has that fourth move syndrome with this particular team where you're using it as your primary, fifth move syndrome, where you're using it as your primary weather setter. I totally understand why you went this route with it. I did just notice in certain battles, I was like, man, I really wish that I had Protect. But yeah, because you don't have a like primary sun setter, like you would if you were running like Koraidon or Groudon as your restricted, Whimsicott kind of has that fifth move syndrome where it's like, I want all these things, but I can't hold all these things. So totally get that. I think this team is cool. Like I said, don't get it twisted. I think this team is very cool, and I really liked what I saw of it. I think just with a couple tweaks, it just goes from being like a fun team to like a really solid team that I would like love to play more of. So those are my thoughts on the team. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, well done, Darth Bear. I just think a couple tweaks are necessary and it'd be really awesome. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and sub for more like this in the future. Also be sure to check out the Discord where you too can share Reg G teams like this one to be featured in future videos. But until next time, peace.